Hi guys, and happy May the 4th. Today we're going to make a Chewbacca puppet for our Crafternoon. And this is what it'll look like when we're all done. Okay, so there's only a couple of things you will need for this. A paper bag, some black paper or white paper. I have construction paper and just printer paper. If you don't have black paper, you can always just color a piece of paper. You will also need a glue stick or some kind of glue or tape, a pair of scissors, some crayons. I'm going to be using white, red, brown, and black, and something to make your circle with, and possibly a pencil too. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make Chewbacca's eyes. So I'm taking my small circle and I'm going to trace 3 circles for Chewbacca's eyes and his nose. And then you're simply just going to cut those out. A good tip is always to trace your shapes along the edge of the paper, so then you can save the rest of the paper for other projects. We're going to have to use some of our black construction paper to make Chewbacca's belt. So that's why I saved the edge. So now we've got one eye. There's our second eye, and now we just need a nose. And there's our nose. So we put those aside. Now we need to make the belt. It's going to go across Chewbacca. So I want that to be about 1 inch. So my little trick that I do, you can measure if you want, is I just use this first little part of my thumb and carefully just cut a strip across. It doesn't have to be perfect. And there we go. And now we're just going to try to get an idea about how much we need. Probably only need to cut about here, so we can cut a little bit of the extra off. And after we're done gluing, we can always cut any other bits off that we need. Now you're gonna need about 5 little strips. We're gonna make those about 2 inches, so it'll probably be about the length of your thumb. We'll cut another little strip of white paper. And then we're just gonna cut those into little strips about the size of your thumbnail, about 1/2 inch if you wanted to measure. So we're going to do about 5 of those. So that's 2, 3, and they don't have to be exact again, and 5. All right. Now we just need Chewbacca's teeth. So one little trick is you're going to need have a little bit of space here to glue the teeth on. So instead of cutting the little triangles right here, you're gonna go down just a little bit so that you have some extra room to work with. And then you're just gonna cut little triangles, and they don't have to be perfect because Chewbacca's teeth are not perfectly straight. We're just gonna cut maybe a little bit more than we need, and we can always just cut it off once we glue it on and see how much we actually need. I'll do one more just to be safe. And there we go. That'll be for Chewbacca's teeth. So now we have all the pieces, so it's time to glue them on. So let's start with Chewbacca's eyes. Got some glue here, a glue stick, but you can use other glue or tape, whatever you have at home. I'm gonna glue one around just outside the middle. Because it dries clear if I get a little bit messy. And then we've got his nose. So we go. We're gonna push those down and make sure they stay on. And now let's go ahead and glue his mouth, his teeth. So we left this little extra bit here. So we're gonna glue just that top bit. Okay. We're gonna attach that here. Just along the edge there. And you see we have a little bit of extra. And that's okay because we can cut it right off. And we wanna push that on to make sure his teeth stay on. Perfect. Now he's got teeth. And now we're going to attach his little belt. So we're gonna do the same thing we did with the teeth. We're just gonna go ahead and glue it on and then cut off what we don't need. So put some glue all the way across here. Figure out more or less where we want it. Probably want to have a little corner along here and then push down here like this. Make sure it all stays glued. Have these little extra edges. We're just going to cut those off because we don't need them. There we go. Push that to the side. Now we've got our little extra strips here. We're going to glue those on. Maybe put like a half an inch between each one. So put one here, and then get those all across. While I'm doing this, did you know that if you go on Hoopla, you can access all different kinds of Star Wars themed books and comic books and music, all for free with your library card? I know I've been using Hoopla to keep busy while we've been at home and reading lots of books as a family. And here is your last one, and this is sticking out a little bit, so once again, we're just gonna cut off what we don't need. Oh, didn't glue it on all the way. That's okay. We can fix it. Here we go. Make sure it sticks on good that time. And we cut off our extra. Now we get to do a little bit of coloring. So first I'm gonna take my brown crayon, and you can paint it if you want, or color pencil, marker, really whatever you prefer. And you're just gonna make some lines to make it look like Chewbacca fur. A little bit more in there. And make it as crazy as you want, because you know Chewbacca has some very crazy looking fur. All right. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of black and just give him some lines that just make him look like he's talking or moving a little bit more. Just some of those darker lines, or we can throw a couple darker ones in here to make it look like he's got a little bit more color to his fur. Then we're gonna take that same black crayon and we're gonna make some lines down the middle just to add some extra decoration to his belt. And we'll take a white crayon if you've got one, and I'll put some white here on the black parts of the belt. And then I thought it would be fun just to give him a little tongue so that when you open and close his mouth, it looks like it's the inside of his mouth. Outline that with some black just to give it a little bit more depth. And there you have it. Your very own Chewbacca puppet.